Good morning, Blue High. It's the first Friday of the year, and we're still looking for some snow. Get ready for the team of Lydia, Allison, Levi, and Tomi, Odusoga. We're hoping to see some flakes as we head into a glorious weekend. They got the news ready to drop. And that's my cue, BHS. This is the Bulldog Bulletin.
Good morning, Bowie High. It's Friday, January 5th, 2024, and of course, it's a B-Day. I'm Allison Levi.
And I'm Lydia Murray.
And welcome to the Bulldog Bulletin.
First Friday of the year. It was great easing back into things with a short week. Today's lead story is another reminder to all the seniors in the house to get started on your FAFSA, or free application for student aid. The portal is still going through what they are calling a soft open, but you should visit and sign up for updates on any of the social media outlets to receive notifications for when it is ready. You'll have to complete the form no matter what kind of money you plan to apply for, even for scholarships like the one Sultan got at Temple. You'll either need to have your parents' tax info on hand as you fill it out, but it's probably smartest to just have them do the 30-minute form with you instead over at studentaid.gov. It's due March 31st according to the site. Good luck.
Don't forget, the money at colleges is distributed on a first-come, first-served basis, so you better hurry and get in that virtual line. Since we brought up Sultan, we had a tech issue last time when we tried to show you Stephanie Maseko's piece covering his signing day. So let's try to get the scoop now on our big defensive end's huge day. Roll 'em.
The first official signing day from the class of 2024 comes from the field with football player Sultan Badmus. Starting his football career in 2020, Sultan worked hard and rose to the top through these past 4 years, getting up to 18 college offers. Thanking his coaches, teammates, and family for the support around him, he ultimately announced on December 20th that he'd be committing to Temple University on a full ride. This is just the first of more commitments to come from Bowie High, but let's hear from football coach Parrish, then Sultan himself, on the journey to this commitment.
I'm proud of Sultan because he trusted the process, he trusted himself, he trusted the coaches and what we were preaching, and it just couldn't happen to a better person. Seeing him chase his vision, his dreams of playing college football and hopefully going to the next level.
When I went up for my official visit, the energy felt right. They offered me a full scholarship, and I'm going into a situation where I could play early. I thank God, my coaches, my family, my teammates, and everybody else who helped me throughout my process.
The Bulletin family, on behalf of all of Bulldog Nation, wants to extend the congratulations on your commitment on this next step of your journey.
Congrats again, Brother Badmus. And that sounds like a great way to lead us into our current season in sports, where the next group of future commits are working hard. Starting with the track team, they had their meet with Rose canceled due to repairs at the Sports and Learning Center. No word on a makeup meet. We wish them good luck Saturday at their next one in Virginia. The wrestling team is just as pumped as we are that The Rock is back in the WWE. Oh, not that kind of wrestling? Sorry. The wrestling team delivered a double whammy to Duval, who they beat 72-10, and to Lago, who they tamed 70-12. We ain't lying. We wish good luck to the JV boys and the varsity girls tonight as they travel to the Seed Charter School in D.C. for matchups. The wrestling team is getting ready for their Patriot Classic tournament at Northern High this weekend. And the swim team is also ready to take the plunge against Parkdale and Flowers at PG Community College Saturday. Good luck, everyone.
Another couple of brief sports announcements are next as preparation begins for our perennial contending girls softball team, who's almost ready to have their first interest meeting at one of Bowie's winningest all-time coaches, Mrs. Luann Smith. If you're interested in joining the squad, there are some do's and don'ts you need to hear about, along with workout and practice instructions that will all be covered this coming Tuesday, January 9th at 2:45 in the senior lounge. The meeting lasts an hour, and please respect the coaching staff and make sure you have a ride home at 3:45. Tryouts are set for Friday, March 1st, and that'll be here before you know it. Contact Coach at luann.smith@pgcps.org for questions. The football team and Coach Parrish also invite any interested football team hopefuls not currently playing a winter sport to join them for their interest meeting about workouts and policies. Also, coming Tuesday at 4 p.m. in the senior lounge.
Since we're talking about heavy hitters, we told you about a couple of alumni who paid Mr. Arcusa's media arts classes a special visit Wednesday. And when we say heavy hitters, Evan Nelson and Daniel Bowie from the classes of 2008 and 2009 are really doing big things. Daniel has been the music video director, cameraman, editor, and do-it-all for artists like Logic, J. Cole, Anthony Hamilton, and more, and has produced pieces for 5-Star Generals, Joe Biden, and was the everything guy for Sinners Wanted, a full-length feature film that went to the Sundance Film Festival. Evan started as a production assistant for Conan O'Brien, the VMAs, Lionsgate, and many more, and has risen up to 2 of his latest gigs, serving as the production manager for the upcoming Emmy Awards and the Nickelodeon Network's coverage of the Super Bowl coming this Friday to CBS. Mr. Arcusa wants to send out a big thank you to his boys for coming out, and so do we. Best of luck to both of you, and thanks for lending some insight into how you got your start at good old BHS.
Great visit. We're ready for Tomi Odusoga to give us the latest on the weekend forecast next. So let's go see how our little buddy's doing today. Sup, shawty?
Good morning, Bowie High, and happy Friday. I ain't gonna spill the tea like Cat Williams, but I have some info straight from Mr. Arcusa's certified retired Navy meteorologist and keyboard player, Peter Klein, about the snow you probably want to hear. But first, a look at the 7:50 a.m. Doppler radar shows smooth sailing and a clear radar with a sunny but freezing current temp of only 25 degrees right now in the online state. The weekend starts at 2:25 today with a high of 41 degrees under a bright sunny sky. Not a bad January afternoon. Our low tonight goes back down to 27 though, so wear a coat. Glorious Saturday is when all the snow talks was centered around good old Mr. Klein says it's only rain coming around and it'll be cooler with a high of 39 and a low of 34. Then the Sunday numbers look like a partly cloudy 45, when the Commanders end another abysmal season against Dallas at FedEx, with a low of 32 that night. Anyways, today's music history facts says January 5th is relevant because in 1965, Diana Ross and the Supreme kicked off the new year with three-day sessions where they recorded maybe their most famous hit, Stop in the Name of Love, which went straight to the top of the U.S. pop chart that year. In 1973, the boss Bruce Springsteen released his debut album, Greeting from Asbury Park, New Jersey, that produced Blinded by the Light. In 1979, 20-year-old Prince played his first public show at Minneapolis' Capri's Theater. Even though he'd already been signed to a record deal, he assembled a band, but if you don't know, he played all the instruments on the studio version of his first album, For You. And of course, he sang them too. And yesterday, it was reported that that female artist had a record year in 2023 on the UK singles chart, spending the most weeks at #1 since the record began in 1952. For 31 of 52 weeks, females acts topped the charts either as solo artists or in collaboration with the other musicians. Miley Cyrus had the biggest song of the year with the breakup anthem Flowers, attracting 198 million streams. That's a lot of streams. So that's all for this Friday's update in the Weather Center. I hope you'll have a great weekend. And now, a message from Mr. Duba's debate team.
The egg came first. What are you talking about? The chicken had to come first.
According to my research, there's no way the chicken can come first without the egg.
The egg is there first. Chicken! Egg! Chicken! Egg! Chicken! Egg! Chicken! Egg! Are you stupid? Like, how you got glasses on? You still
What are y'all doing, bruh? Debate club's next week.
It is?
Yes.
Now don't wait, let's debate.
Thanks, Toms. And if you're interested in arguing for a good point, join the debate team in room 222 on Wednesdays. Love that ad. And for the record, Daniel and Evan loved your work, Chris, Fortune, and Jaden.
Another group in the building who's making moves is Mrs. Tung's biology class members who were recently given some local news shine on WRC4 after their Annapolis field trip visit to the Chesapeake Bay Foundation's Philip Merrill Environmental Center. Here's the story that we've blatantly ripped off from them for educational purposes only.
Chesapeake Bay Foundation has long worked to protect North America's largest estuary. Now it's helping the next generation take matters into their own hands. The foundation's headquarters in Annapolis teaches teenagers to be conscious of their environment. News 4's Megan McGrath tells us about some of the ways it's helping save the bay.
It's like a small little one.
Protecting the fish and wildlife in and around the Chesapeake Bay. It's the mission of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. And that work starts not on a boat or a dock, but here at the Philip Merrill Environmental Center. Situated on the bay outside of Annapolis, the building is not just a workplace, but also a teaching tool. Students are brought in for tours and they learn how environmentally friendly construction can help save the bay.
Simple things like recycling or using less water, or something like a rain barrel that you can make at home. Really, everything helps, everything matters.
The building has a Platinum LEED certification, the highest green rating there is. Sustainable and recycled building materials were used. There are green roofs that reduce runoff and solar panels for power.
We have our rain barrels on the front of the building, which help collect that rainwater, which we ultimately use for like hand washing and lawn care and things like that. We have the composting toilets and the Clivises, which help with using less water and also the nutrient pollution in the bay.
Yep, you heard that right, a composting toilet. You do your business and throw in a handful of wood chips.
It's scary. I don't like that. That looks like a little black hole abyss.
This is an incredibly environmentally friendly building.
After the tour, these students from Bowie High School went down to the water to take a look at all the creatures living in the shadow of the Merrill Center.
It's got some different readings on it.
They also took water quality samples, further proving that what happens on land affects what happens in the bay.
Yes, it is. I just saw it. Yeah.
The fact that I'm finding pretty small, healthy looking fish. It's pretty nice here.
It's actually really impactful for the water because all this trash and stuff that we throw away, it can wash into the water and affect everybody that lives in there.
This is our earth. We got to keep it clean, keep it safe. And this is the water that we're going to be using in the...
Ooh, that water looks cold. Good on you, young biologists. You did great. The SAT word of the day is a unique one. The noun dhow, defined as a lateen-rigged sailing vessel used in the Indian Ocean. The Arabic fisherman's dhow quickly filled with fish from his nets.
That's a new one on me, but at least I'll see it on if I see it on the SAT, I'll know what it is. And I guess that means it's time for us to set sail and get ready for the last day of the week.
That's right. And before we shove off, please remember to subscribe and bookmark our channel at www.youtube.com/BHSTVMD Bulldog Bulletin so you can go back and see what dhow means again. I'm Lydia Murray.
And I'm Addison Levi. Time to get tipping away on another day, BHS. Have a great weekend, and always remember,
the Bulldog Pack has always got your back.